Margaret Grasa and the Demiurge Fire Written in Her Name, The Hidden Daughter, Multiverse by Claudia Reid. Epilogue. Fire written in her name. They will say she came out of nowhere, that she woke up one morning and became someone new. But Margaret Grasa had been wakened for years. Every insult, every silence, every locked door and twisted smile and stolen joy had lit a match. And now she has nothing but fire. She no longer begged to be loved. She no longer whispered truth. She carved it into the bones of time. The family that ate her would soon choke on the feast. The God they serve would tremble at her name because she didn't just survive, she remembered. And she wrote it back in flame. Chapter 1, The Offering. They prayed for her downfall. In the early hours before dawn, while the moon still hovered low and fat over Queen's Village, Nala Grasa was already kneeling, not to comfort, not to forgive, but to curse. Her whispered prayer slid through cracked lips like oil and vinegar, bitter and slick. She spoke to a God that demanded obedience, not justice. A God that asked for Margaret's silence in exchange for the family's favor. Make her humble, Lord, Nala hissed, hands clenched tight around her old gold leaf Bible. Make her still, break her mouth, shut her pride. Let her know it's you, not her. But Nala wasn't talking to Yahuwah, not to the Most High, not to any God who loved. She was praying to a demiurge, a thief of light, a builder of false kingdoms, the same God her mother prayed to and her mother before her. A generational God, a liar wrapped in holy verses. Downstairs, Margaret stirred in her sleep. A familiar tightness gripped her chest, the same pressure she felt every time they prayed against her, every time they gathered a secret, every time they offered her pain as sacrifice. She rolled onto her back and stared at the ceiling. The plaster peeled in the corner. The light fixture swung gently, though there was no wind. And that feeling again that someone else was in the room, Margaret, was set up. Not tonight, she whispered, not again. She walked barefoot to her altar. It wasn't grand, just a small wooden shelf above the radiator, lined with candles, a black stone, and a faded photo of Uncle Ken. Her hand hovered over the flame. I break every word spoken over me, she said, slowly, like each word was a knife through a rope. I break every soul tie, every spell, every curse. I return it to the sender, and I remember who I am. Somewhere in a dark room in another world, a mirror cracked. And in a multiverse not far from her own, another Margaret screamed through the fire. The awakening had begun.